Welcome back everyone to my IDC 34-1. This is the match for 3rd place, where I'm up against Spaulding at the top of the screen playing Light Dark Fire Nature Rebirth Control, and I'm on the bottom of the screen playing Light Water Dark Hydro Hurricane with Kick Assault. I am gonna win the die roll here, and looks like I'm gonna be having a Palolysis on turn 3. Against this matchup it's alright, because he does have a bunch of fire removal, and it looks like I'm gonna be following up with Cranium Clamp on turn 4. But still I would honestly like to have seen a bait for Gigazalt or Mistrias as well. So I am gonna summon Petrova here. And here I'm just gonna charge the Giga Slug and to deal with the Ice Vapor early on. And in my opinion, Spaulding is in a slightly better position because he has more cards in hand than me. I have to think if I want to keep or charge this Terror Pit, and I'm probably gonna hold on to it, just in case he happens to summon a Photoside. And now I'm most likely gonna charge this Miraculous Plague just to be on 6 mana. So now we're both just charging cards, trying to find our best cards, and Spaulding does find the Forbos, which means he'll be able to search for something that will help him deal with Petrova. And apparently he's gonna take Cranium Clamp. I'm not sure if he's running Blizzard or Mecha Dragons. If he takes Cranium Clamp, that probably means he doesn't run Mecha Dragons, and he doesn't want to use Blizzard of Spears and kill his... wait, but no, but the Guardians are boosted to 8000 power, so he would still be able to kill Petrova and Giga Slug at least. But I'm not sure if he plays Blizzard of Spears either, that's the problem. Now we're gonna have a Bilex for Rebirth, which is gonna use a Giga Slug, getting rid of Giga Salt's bait, and he's gonna just get his own Bronze Tribe. And now I'm just gonna discard the Cranium Clamp he searched for. And I finally get to see a Mistrias. And he's just gonna draw and pass. I draw into Spiral Gate, which allows me to bounce my Giga Balza. And I do a mistake here. I play the Giga Balza, but I don't leave the light mana untapped in case I top deck Laura Giga, which means I wasn't able to play it last turn to draw an extra card with Mistrias. And in this kind of matchup, an extra card can sometimes make the difference and turn your game in the favor, so I definitely should have thought that through a bit more. I do have the Giga Assault on the field right now, really hoping to draw Miraculous Plague at some point. And yeah, that Terror Pit came just in time before Mistrias could snowball the game for me. I'm just gonna play Giga Balza just to have it on the field. And now he's gonna play Bazagazil, which I'm gonna block with Paralysis. And this is another thing I should have thought about. Had I summoned Laura Giga, it would have been at 8000 power, in a way making it trade with Bazagazil. So yeah, I was a bit off my game this game 1. Probably mainly due to the fact that I lost the semi-final. It tends to put you in a slightly depressive state where you don't really care too much about the bronze match, but I'll try to keep my head in the game next time. Luckily I do top deck a Miraculous Plague, which allows me to get rid of his 2 Guardians from the battle zone and 2 fire mana. And hopefully I get to snipe the Bazagazil with my Balza and Zald, and I do, leaving him with Faliga. He's just gonna charge it because whatever he grabs, I'm just gonna discard. Now the Bilex is gonna destroy the Giga Balza here, and I'm gonna summon Petrova and the Laura Giga. And yeah, just kill the Bilex with the Petrova. He's gonna attempt to kill the Petrova with Photoside, and this turn I'm gonna be able to trade it with Gigazald. I will draw into Giga Balza and Mistrias, which I am gonna summon just to have the bait ready for another Gigazald. So yeah, those 2 mistakes, not drawing, not leaving light mana untapped for Laura Giga and not summoning Laura Giga when I could potentially cost me this game big time. He's gonna swap out Bronze and Tri for Faliga, getting Rebirth, which he's gonna use on my own Giga Balza, get his own Giga Balza, and discard my Mistrias, which gains him so much value here. And now, just in time, because I top the Gigazal, so I'm no longer able to evolve it. I'm gonna get rid of his Faliga, which was 8000 power. Palolis is coming down here, just boosting Petrova a little bit. I will play Gigaballs here, getting rid of Meltdown, which wasn't really doing anything to begin with. Looks like, yeah, he's gonna have another Faliga here, grabbing Terror Pit this time, getting rid of my bait again. I suppose he doesn't have any more 4-drops in his deck. He really wants to prevent Gigazalt from coming onto the field. He's just gonna use Lost Soul for 1. Probably knowing that the card I'm holding onto is pretty good. I'm just gonna summon another Palolysis, and here I have to think if it's time to go in with Petrova or not. And with only 10 cards in the deck, I think it's better to go in sooner than later. Unfortunately, I did hit into a soul swap pretty early, so that's gonna allow him to grab something that would deal with my board. Like, yeah, a second Faliga. Which is gonna grab a Terror Pit to get rid of a Palolysis, and then he's free to attack the Petrovas with the remaining Faligas. And yeah, that Palolysis is gonna be destroyed, and he's even gonna summon an Ice Vapor here. He will attempt to kill a Petrova, and I'm most likely gonna just block. Because the two Petrovas are my only win condition at this point. So I'm definitely trading with Giga Slug here. And yeah, I will sacrifice the Palolysis as well, unfortunately. I don't really think too much about this energy stream. I tend to forget Ice Vapor's presence. So yeah, that's another thing I can get good at, just. But yeah, at least this allows me to use Miraculous Snare on Faliga, so the Petrovas can continue to attack. But it already isn't looking too good, as he already got rid of all my blockers in just one turn. If he's able to summon anything like Fortress, Forbos, Faliga, I'm in a pretty bad position because his creatures will overpower my own creatures. And yeah, he's gonna get back both Faligas with Morbid Medicine. He's gonna play a Faliga, which is gonna get a Soul Swap for a Fortress Shell. And at this point I could probably even scoop, because I won't be able to attack with Petrovas with these two creatures on the battle zone. Now he's gonna play Faliga for Soul Swap. Okay. Morbid Medicine for... Okay, Photoside, and yeah, that's pretty much GG. There's no need to drag this out. So yeah, could have played it quite a bit better, for sure, the first game. But now we're going into the second game. And it looks like I'm gonna be having the Slug into Balza into Gigasald. If this curve doesn't get disrupted, I'm gonna get really good value out of it. We just have to hope he doesn't have Cranium Clamp here. He does have Ice Vapor, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to discard his last two cards, which were Soul Swap and Rebirth. Really good cards. Now I'm gonna be playing the Mistrias. Here I'm probably gonna charge the Energy Stream, given that there's an Ice Vapor on the field. And I'm not gonna go in for shields because I don't want to hit into a Terror Pit and potentially have my Mistrias removed. And here we both forget about Ice Vapor, so he's gonna remind me here to discard the card and burn 1 mana. Now I'm gonna be playing the third Gigazalt here. I still don't want to go in for shields, don't want to lose the Mistrias to trigger. Unfortunately I still lose it because he top decks removal. This turn I'm not sure if I want to summon Mistrias or if I want to play Miraculous Plague. I'm just gonna play Mistrias now, just to have it. And now I'm gonna play Petrova to boost the Mistrias. I could potentially boost the Gigazals as well, but that won't really matter if in case I break into Terror Pits back to back. So I'm not gonna go in. I'm instead gonna boost the Mistrias outside of fire removal range. It's a bit safer to try to win off of Mistrias than to try to go aggressive too early. So now he's gonna swap out the Mistrias for Petrova. At this point I could play Miraculous Plague here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to get rid of the Faliga, Ice Vapor and the best Soul Swap targets in his mana zone, which I am gonna discard. And I could go in here, but I'm afraid of hitting into Locomotiver to discard my Petrova, and unfortunately for me he top decks Locomotiver, so yeah. And now I'm gonna use Hydro Hurricane to just get rid of his field and 1 mana. And I am gonna poke here because there's not much to lose if I break into a trigger anymore. He's just gonna top deck Rebirth, and this snare I will probably just hold on to. I'm gonna poke 2 shields and discard them this turn, and then next turn I can go for game. He's gonna have Apoc for Gigazal and the Gigabalza. And here I'm just gonna play Locomotiver just to have it on the field. I will give him the last card here. Now he's gonna scoop, and we're gonna go into the final game. He's gonna be on the play this time. Hopefully I draw into some kind of a turn 3 play. But unfortunately for me I don't have a turn 3 play, so I'm just gonna go for Gigabalza into Gigazalt. He's gonna have a Bronze Tribe on turn 4, which is better late than never, I suppose. While I'm gonna have a Gigabalza to discard the Phobos. So let's see if he's gonna use any kind of removal for Giga Balsa. He's just gonna play Giga Balsa sniping Gigazald. Fortunately for me, I do top deck another one, which will allow me to discard his Terror Pit. Now I'm gonna play Petrova here. I am gonna boost Chimeras to make Gigazald 9000 power outside of Bazagazil range. And here I'm probably gonna snare his Giga Balsa and start to have a crack at his shields. He, unfortunately for me, top decks Bazagazil, which will get rid of the Petrova, but at least I'm gonna be able to discard it right afterwards. And here I'm gonna have to evolve Gigazald into Gigazald to draw an extra card. He will top deck Lost Soul for my Energy Stream and the Terror Pit. I'm not really top decking any creatures here, and he will get a Burst Shot for my Mistrias. I am gonna play Bilex here to get Miraculous Plague back. Hopefully I'll be able to play Miraculous Plague with Gigazald on the battlefield, but I'm gonna need two more turns before I can get there, and in that time he can top deck a removal like that to get rid of the Gigazald. At this point I might as well just charge the Miraculous Plague, to be honest, since I believe most of my Gigazalds are gone at this point. He's gonna just use Terror Pit on the Paralysis, and now I have another Gigazald, and hopefully this doesn't get interrupted, but of course he's gonna have the Cranium Clamp. And here I do the mistake again of using Energy Stream with Ice Vapor on the field. So yeah, I really need to get better at not forgetting that Ice Vapor is present on the field. And now these Fortress Shells are really gonna swing the game in his favor, because I'm on a low amount of mana, I can't really do anything. It's only a matter of time before he can answer my Gigazald. Faliga's gonna come down to get a Terror Pit. I suppose he wants to get rid of my Gigazald. I could have seen a Soul Swap as well, just to burn my last 2 mana as well. But he's just gonna top deck another Fortress Shell. And yeah, he's building up a board of pretty chunky creatures, 5000 and 4000 power. To be honest, he could have just gone in last turn. Well, I suppose he wants to make it really safe and burn my mana a bit more before he does that. Now he's just gonna use Terror Pit on Bilex and he's gonna be able to just go in for my remaining shields. And at this point I'm just gonna say GG. And yeah, I made a few questionable plays and some misplays this match, but yeah, I'm just gonna need to make sure I don't do these kinds of mistakes again. And yeah, the list should be on the screen for those of you who are interested, and until next time, see ya.